Hello and welcome back to another time for some building applications using Claude and open source Cloud. And as usual, we publish it as open source and make it available, both source code but also available in open source Cloud for you to try it out. So this time we are actually using some of the tools that we actually have built earlier. One is this Crowdcast solution, which is basically a web application where you can scan this QR code and take with your phone, and then you can record yourself and join the live stream, and you will show up here in this UI if you are joining, and I can select here when I want to bring you in picture. You can also write some messages. So this we built a few days ago. So we are using that now in this live stream. But that's not what I'm going to do today. So today I'm actually going to continue building on something that we did off screen last week. Actually, we had a little event at our company, a little sort of a hackathon, we should call it. And for those of you who doesn't know me, I'm Jonas Bime. I'm the co-founder of Ivan Technology and CTO in Open Source Cloud. Should probably start with that. Nevertheless, and so we had a little bit of a hackathon, and one of the things that I developed was a web application which is built upon Claude. So basically, I could in the browser from my mobile phone develop some application, and it looks something like this. So now I'm running this locally. So it's basically a chat, web application, and I could type here develop as a hello world web application and publish it. And then it uses Anthropic APIs, and we have a way to ask the user for permissions for certain operations. See if we manage to get this to work. Try a different approach. Great, so now it's developed it, so we are deploying it, and since it's a static web application, we deploy it to Minio buckets, and it's running in open source Cloud. So yeah, very simple. And how this works is, of course, we're using Anthropic SDK to actually build this application. And the application that is built is published to open source Cloud with using an MCP server that we have connected with Claude. And these MCP servers provide one tool which is basically deploy a static website. So that's how it works. This tool is called by the Claude agent and used to publish this online. So what we're going to do now is to extend this, and this works with static web application. But say we want to actually develop a sort of a backend service or a node application that we need to have running. So what options do we have? Well, we have a tool a service called Web Runner in Open Source Cloud, which is, if we go to documentation, it's basically a way to run custom code in an instance in open source Cloud, and you point out a link to a zip file and an S3 bucket, and that's how it works. You could also connect it with GitHub and many other things. But the plan now is to use this service in OC to be able to deploy an application that we have written in this open builder, as I've called it. Right, that's about it. And the approach I'm thinking, and we're gonna soon start prompting, and the approach I'm thinking is to basically extend this tool to deploy static website to deploy a node application or something using the web runner. But we're gonna first connect our Claude with MCP, with OC MCP. Okay, it already existed. We just need to reconnect. Why am I doing that? Well, one reason is that it gives Claude now access to our open source cloud architect, which you can use to consult and get information and a little bit more knowledge on what to do and how to do things. Since not all information about open source cloud is still sort of in the model, I would say. All right, so let's start prompting. So basically, we want to extend this deploy server MCP, and I'm going to try to be as direct as possible now. We'll see how this go. Right, extend the MCP deploy server with another tool to deploy a node application using the web runner service in open source cloud. And as we saw here in the documentation, there are different options how to get the code running in this instance. One is to using an S3 URL to a zip file, and I think that is the approach we're going to use. So let's be very specific on this. There are different ways to get the code to the web runner, but we want to use the approach where the code is packaged into a zip file and uploaded to a Minio bucket that is referenced when creating a web runner instance. So basically we want to extend this existing MCP deploy server that we have, that we are used to connect Claude with another we added with another tool to deploy a node application using a web runner service in open source cloud. And trying to be clear now that there are different ways that this can be done, but we want to use the way where we use the zip file. So yeah, let's start. It's contemplating, so now I was exploring the structure here. If you don't want to join on in person or with your face and your camera, you can still scan the QR code and you can write some message. Some message board available there as well. Let's try it out. And here's the QR code in a little bit bigger format. So now it's researching. I'd actually looked into the client SDK for OSC. If it gets this right, I would be, as always, quite impressed. And while waiting, if you want to check out the Crowdcast solution, you can just go into Open Source Cloud and check it out. And that's what I'm using here. And for those who joined me earlier, you participated when we built that application. But now we are extending our Open Builder, which I developed at the hackathon last week, which is basically a web application for Claude, to summarize it. But it's powered with integration with OSC, so you can deploy things quite instantly. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. So it has researched the web runner service, and now it's implementing the zip packaging functionality. Node up to web runner. And let me find an on this deploy static website method. I mean, and what this application does in the background, it sort of creates a work tier, and then it uses Claude. And the thing I had to add was an MCP for communicating the permission prompting, which is something supported as you specify a specific tool in Claude when you issue the query, where you provide that MCP tool for, and then that tool is taking care of talking to the clients using, in this case, WebSockets. That's how it works. And the source is available for that Open Builder application if you want to check it out, what we have now. Now it's actually testing that its zip file functionality works. Okay, you can add it there. I don't think I'm using that, but okay, now it's trying to test this. This will be interesting how it will do that. Yeah, sure, why not? Create a README. some linting and those stuff. Yes, please proceed. Oh, yeah. Not really full control exactly which directory it's running. Alright, so it's building a lot of tests. Right, let's see if this will work. Build application. Start the service. Okay. Okay, what should we do? So we feels a little bit meta. We are using Claude to build something with Claude. Okay, let's develop a hello world node application with an API that responds with a hello world. Let's start with that, and then we can ask it to deploy it. Okay. Okay, now deploy this node application. To the web render service. See how that works. Oh, come on, did it work? No, that was too good to be true. But then okay, maybe let's see if it just takes a while. Hello world API. Cannot read packages. Okay. Okay. The deploy failed. What files did it have? It has a package JSON. Okay. Well, what did it do really? Let's see. It did create a zip file at least. Let's see what this actually contains. I think it was quite close. It has a server.js, a package.js. But still it didn't work. Cannot read. I mean, everything looks correct. Or maybe, no, I think it has to be an S3 URL. And then it should set the S3 endpoint URL. Okay. But that's good. Now we know what to tell him. Good. The web runner deployment expects an S3 URL to the zip file, and then the S3 endpoint to the URL of the menu bucket. Then it should work. You're absolutely right. Maybe I should remove that web runner now. But it was very close. I mean, honestly, it figured that out. All right. Okay, all right, let's see if this will work better. Try this again. Should I have saved my prompt? Okay. Develop a simple hello world node application with an API that returns hello world. Let's take it 2 steps this time as well. Let's see, what did it do this time? Okay, that's server package JSON. Okay, deploy this node application online. Prove let's see if I can work this out. Right, that's deployed. A web runner. Now it worked better. Okay, let's see. Root endpoint, API endpoint. Amazing. Okay, so we did that. I can download the code as well. It's very simple, but it worked. Okay. That was a little bit too easy, I feel. It actually got it right, at least on the second attempt, with some clear prompting. All right, let's make a PR. Great. Commit and make a PR. I mean, so to summarize, what did we do? Yeah, I mean, we continue to develop this open builder that I created on Hackathon last week, which basically is sort of a web application, a web front end to Claude using the Anthropic SDK. And why do I want that? Well, basically I could just open my mobile phone and start prompting and developing code. But the thing is, not only are we enabling Claude in your browser or your mobile phone in that sense, but also connecting it with open source cloud to be able to either publish the web application, the static website, or as what we now did, develop a node application, sort of a backend application, and deploy that using the web runner service in open source cloud, which is also an open source project. And this means that we could actually start writing and automating things, writing one tool that does that, talks to another, all by prompting it from your phone, basically. So yeah, and we did use the crowdcast, solution that we built earlier in this stream. No one joined, but that's fine. This will be a very short session anyway. I'm gonna show you. We can have this pull request. Can review. It's actually interesting how little code it had to write. Of course, the web runner is already there. It's an existing service. So let's squash and merge this, and then we will update. We submit it and update it in open source cloud. By that, thank you for watching this short session this time, and see you again next time. Click like and subscribe and all that, if you want to see more. Bye bye.